After a Barclays FA WSL season unlike any other, we're back for one last show. Yes, the season may be over, but we've got plenty of WSL news for you with the merry-go-round of players and managers in full spin. Sit back, relax, let's get cracking. Yeah, that's right, and we chat to Fadumo from The Telegraph later on to keep us up to date with managers and players on the move. But for now, Rose, for the last time this season, welcome to the Barclays FA Women's Super League, the warm-up. So the champions have been crowned and next year's lineup is decided with Chelsea winning their fourth Barclays FA WSL title, and unfortunately it's Bristol City who will play in the Women's Championship next year. It's been an incredible season for our special guest, a Chelsea striker whose performances have earned her the Barclays Player of the Season award along with her WSL winners medal. Yeah, that's right, and when you've notched yourself 16 goals, 11 assists and won the Barclays Player of the Season award, we're going to be honest, we come to you. How are you?
That is brilliant. Fantastic from Fran Kirby. How welcome her return to action has been for Chelsea.
Can you believe it? That's another goal. And it is Fran Kirby with her fourth. And Chelsea are enjoying themselves now.
Kirby! It's the woman in form. It's Fran Kirby for Chelsea. Another one for Fran Kirby. 16 league goals for the season.
Yeah, she's just brilliant.
Yes, I'm delighted to say we've come to see the one and only Fran Kirby. It must be lovely to have some time to yourself.
Yeah, it was a tough year, I think, for everyone, not just obviously ourselves. I think we were really lucky that we were able to get out and play some football. But yeah, it's nice now just to switch off and spend some time with the dogs and, you know, just enjoy ourselves a little bit before obviously the work starts again for the Olympics.
Yeah, definitely. And look, a Barclays Player of the Season award to add to your league medal too. That's just one of the few awards you've picked up this season. Where are you going to fit them all?
I'm sure my dad will take them. I'm sure my dad will find some space somewhere in the house. But yeah, at the moment they're just dotted around the living room. Yeah, so I'd probably try and find a bit more space somewhere.
Have you got like a shrine at your dad's house?
No, see, this is the thing. He always asks for my medals and then I go home and then they're like on the floor.
What?
And like, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, why are you taking everything and then you're just leaving it on the floor? Like, but I think he's planning to like do a big, you know, like a nice glass, like everything, so I can put some things in there. So I just need to try and keep winning a few things and then there'll be more to put in.
Oh, I love that, building it up for the big, you know, in the front. Love that, love that. All right, well look, let's talk about the league title then. Congratulations, first of all. A fourth WSL title for Chelsea and a third for you personally. You've had a few weeks to process it now. How does it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously when you're in it, it's just so exciting to be a part of it. I think obviously it come down to the last game of the year, which was really, really exciting and special. And I think going into that game, there were probably a few nerves because obviously, you know, it was a lot of pressure. But I think obviously getting the early goal helped a lot in that game. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to know that we've won the trophy again. And now, like you said, it's the fourth time for the club. And we're looking to, you know, win it as much as we can.
Does it still feel the same lifting that trophy, like every single time?
I think this year was probably a bit more special for me personally, obviously coming back after missing out a lot of last season. But yeah, I think the more so we wanted to win it back to back because, you know, it's always special when you win a trophy. It's always hard to win it again, you know, to keep that motivation level. But I think when everyone came in for pre-season, you could just see the hunger in everyone, obviously, because everyone had to take a break. You know, no one really knew what was going on. So yeah, I think you could just see the hunger and the motivation to win it again.
What do you think separates Chelsea from the rest of the league, and what's given you guys that, I guess, that edge over everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, Emma is instrumental in everything we do, as well as, you know, not just Emma, but the whole backroom staff, whether it's, you know, technical, whether it's medical, you know, they're all just as important, keeping people on the pitch. But yeah, I think Emma, you know, I think for her, she recruits really good people and everyone who's hungry to win, because people just come in and they just know that they're coming into a culture that, you know, we want to win everything. We come away from a draw and everyone's disappointed. But, you know, I think everyone comes in with the same mindset of wanting to win everything in training. If someone loses a game in training, like myself included, I'm miserable. You know, I'm so angry, I'm calling the ref's decisions or, you know, everything that happens in a game. So yeah, I think it stemmed from our pre-season and how competitive it was going into the year.
Yeah, I love that. And look, individually, you've had an incredible season. Your highest ever WSL goal tally with 16 goals and 11 assists. Unreal. Everything seems to have just clicked into place, right? What do you think you know, how has this happened? What was the reason? And when did you know that actually this is going to be my year?
Yeah, I mean, I think going into pre-season, I was feeling confident in terms of where I was at physically. As bad as it sounds, the pandemic helped me a lot in terms of being able to train things that I haven't been able to train before. It just kind of stemmed from there, and I went into pre-season still a bit unknown because I didn't know, you know, I hadn't played football for a long time, you know, first session the balls were coming off my shin, you know, it was one of them kind of moments. But I think as I kind of built into the season, I think it probably wasn't until after Christmas where I actually sat down and thought, you know what, I'm at a good level here. Like my running stats were really good in the game, my possession stats were really good, so I think that's where I kind of felt, okay, like I'm back now, like I'm ready to go on and push on a bit more.
Yeah, but that's amazing. Like, you've come back the season before, like you were on the sidelines due to an illness, so the fact that you were able to react and bounce back like that, that's incredible. Like, surely you give yourself credit for that.
It's hard because I don't really ever sit there and go, wow, like that's really good what I did. You know, you don't really ever have them moments.
Like that,
But yeah, I just think I just had a moment, especially when I was ill, I just had a moment like, just give it everything. If it doesn't work, then you know you've done it, you know, like, and I would have been so disappointed in myself if I hadn't gone and done that and then failed. At least I know that I trained every day like I could, I pushed myself every day, I trained hard in training every day, and if it didn't work, it didn't work, and then I could accept it more than if I just didn't, you know, come back and go, well, I was ill last year, so people won't expect much from me, or, you know, like I could have gone in with attitude, but I just wouldn't allow myself to think like that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, look, I think we can all agree it's great to see you back out there, playing with a smile on your face, playing to your full potential. We've loved it. But I guess from what I'm really intrigued to know is, what was the moment, and was there a standout game where actually all of you as a team collectively thought, right, that's it now, we're going to kick on and win this title?
I would probably say it was the Man United game at home. We knew how important a win was, and I think you could just see everyone's passion when we scored a goal. Obviously Pernilla got the first goal, and you could just see everyone's reaction. You could see how disappointed everyone was when we conceded, and then obviously getting the win at the end. I think you could just see the relief of people, because, you know, Man United is a massive game for us, and they're a huge club and have amazing players, and we drew with them in the first game of the season. So I think once we won that game, we kind of knew there was a hurdle that we'd got over. So yeah, I think that would probably be the moment that we kind of felt, okay, this is ours now. Like, we're not going to give this up. Like, we're not going to let it, you know, get out of our hands. So yeah, I think it would probably be that one.
Oh, right. Well, then off the back of that, for you personally, what was your favourite game this season? I'm gonna guess, could be wrong. It was when you knocked 4 against Grace. I don't know. Did she message you back after that? Or not really?
To be fair, Grace is amazing. She's been my biggest fan all year. You know, I messaged her after the game saying, like, it was so good to see you. Like, I don't like scoring against you. But yeah, it would probably be that game. Yeah, it's always nice going, obviously playing at Medeski Stadium where I scored for Reading. So yeah, it was a nice moment for me.
Well, you may have scored 16 goals, but it was your strike partner who picked up the golden boot. Take a look at this.
Absolutely beautiful. The cross wasn't bad either. That's a lovely Chelsea goal. And it's Sam Kerr. There's a cross. There's the second. Kerr! And it just gets better and better.
Kirby with the chance to cross. It's a low, dangerous one, and Kerr is sliding in. Kirby, and Kerr completes the hat-trick.
Kerr, 2-0. Well, that might be it. It is.
There are lots forward for Chelsea. The header goes in. It's her again. Sam Kerr. She delivers once again.
Yes, Sam Kerr with 21 goals this season. Fran, how good is she?
She's amazing. Not only is she a quality player, but she's an amazing person. I think as the year went on, I think people could see more and more her character coming out, and, you know, how much she was involved in the team and wanted to be around the team. And yeah, I think as she kind of grew that confidence off the pitch, she grew it on the pitch. You know, obviously there was a lot of pressure for her coming in. You know, she's a huge name, huge talent. So yeah, I just, you know, at the beginning of the year, we were growing a really nice partnership in pre-season. So I just wanted to make sure that we could take that into the league and help her as much as I could. I think towards the end of the year, we kind of knew that she was up there for the golden boot. So I think in the last game, you could see moments where everyone was just trying to give her the ball to get her goal. So we made sure she got over the line. But yeah, like I said, she's a quality player, amazing striker, finisher, and an amazing person.
Love that. Well, the Kirby partnership, as it was described, was outrageous this year. What made it click, do you think, in your opinion? I mean, I don't think we've ever seen a strike partnership like it before in the WSL.
I think I'm quite naturally. I think for me, I just knew if I put the ball in a space, she's so fast, you can't catch her. I mean, towards the end, I think it was against Reading, she got her first assist for me. And you can actually see how happy we are. I think it's my first goal. We were celebrating because she's so happy that she got me an assist.
Oh,
and I think that just shows, the level partnership that we had and how happy we were for each other when each other were doing well and scoring. And I think that's really special to have in a team where you've got players who are scoring multiple goals.
Well, look, we have to talk about at the other end, Anne Katchenberger picked up the Golden Glove. How instrumental was she in this winning season?
Oh, she's amazing. She's the best goalkeeper in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. This year is the year she got given the credit. I still think that she deserves a lot more credit than what she has been given, but I think this year was the year where people actually gone, wow, like this girl is, she's really special. And I remember speaking to Emma years ago when she was at Birmingham, and she said to me, who's the one person you don't want to play against? And I said, Anne, because she always used to save every one of my shots. And, as a striker, that's not nice. But now, I get to train with her every day. You get to see the amazing saves, not only in games, but in training.
You were pushed all the way to the final day, as we spoke about earlier. How big was that save from Anne Katchenberger at the end?
Oh, it was amazing. She got me out of jail, that's for sure, after my mistake in that game. So I was very thankful to her. But yeah, I mean, it's a big moment and she's saved it. And those are the moments that win you the title. You can talk all you want about goal scorers or whatever, but those are the moments that win you games and win you titles. That was kind of the moment where we know, okay, this is in our hands now, and we have to go all the way now and win it.
You guys cleared up this year, but one trophy you sadly missed out on was the Champions League. What are your thoughts on that game? Was it just not your night?
Yeah, I think after being able to reflect on it, I think at the time the emotions were really raw, and I was extremely disappointed to lose, because that's a game that you want to win, of course. But I think after evaluating it, it probably was too early for us. I think I don't think that we are miles off Barcelona, but on that night we were nowhere near, and I think that was a huge wake-up call for us in terms of where we need to get to win a trophy like that. But I think we were trying to change the mindset from, okay, this is awful, to what a year we've had. And it is difficult when you lose a game like that, because that could have been the icing on the cake, but now we felt that hurt. We've experienced it, and we have the experience now going hopefully into another Champions League final, and hopefully we can use that loss to inspire us to push on and go forward.
Fran, stay there. We'll be coming back to you shortly. Don't worry, we're not leaving just yet. But earlier on, we caught up with Fadumo from the Telegraph Sport to discuss all things since the season finished.
A big part of their legacy as such as a new team has been Katie starting it up, considering that they constantly want to be challenging. We thought Manchester United would be the place that she would stick by, and she kind of gives you the whole Alex Ferguson type of vibe, the way she is, and she's United through and through, so you thought she would stick around a bit longer. So I'd definitely say that's the biggest shock of the season. This season, she managed to keep Birmingham up despite the difficulties that were going on behind the scenes, and it's definitely, she's shown that she's an incredible manager, and she'll be hoping, I think, to stay out of that bottom three type of zone and at least be working their way to the middle of the league for next season. Oh, she's incredible. She's someone that Arsenal have been eyeing up for a good couple of years now. To get that under her belt is amazing. And it's nice to have actually a legend of football. She won the World Cup with Japan. She'll add great quality to the midfield, with Arsenal changing up managers and unsure about, certain players' contracts towards the start of next season. It will be great to have that player going forward. Samu's kind of gelled into the team straight away, was performing, was known as the player that was going to get those big headers. You would hope that Roosevelt would get the same, but unfortunately it didn't work out for her in that sense. She started to find her feet towards the end as she was getting more playing time, but they both did incredibly well. Samu is definitely someone that Manchester United will be missing next season. I think there are two things going into this. One is the teams that will definitely need that restructure, and they've had those large players leave the teams, like the states of Spurs, Aston Villa. But then you've got the likes of Manchester United and Arsenal will be hoping to retain some of the talent. There's talks of Vivian Miedemar going away. I think the one team that I definitely think that can't see much change happening is the likes of Chelsea. If anything, I feel like the Champions League kind of showed them they've got a very strong. If anything, they need to strengthen their defences a little bit more.
Fran, right, I mean, we could sit here all day, couldn't we, Rose? And so could Simba.
He's guarding the trophy.
Yeah, good guard dog. He's doing well. He's doing well. But look, we've got to talk to you about the Summer Olympics. Congratulations on your selection. We're going to be honest, we saw your Twitter post and
we got quite emotional reading it.
How did everyone else did, but I didn't mean it like that.
Really?
Everyone was messaging me like, I'm crying. I was like, oh, sorry.
That must be amazing to look back at that, no? Like, well, I showed Mole straight away.
Screenshot me it and said, I'm crying. I was like, so am I now, thanks.
No, I mean, obviously, my mum is a huge part of my life. And yeah, I've kept that card for a long, long time. It's been in my bedroom at home. And yeah, as soon as I kind of got the email to say that I was going, it was incredible because I knew I had that letter. And yeah, it's obviously a massive driving force in my career. And yeah, like I said, obviously I didn't make it to the 2012 Olympics, but you know, obviously I've got picked for this one, and yeah, I'm sure that she's super, super proud. And yeah, I mean, obviously when I posted it, I didn't really realise the impact it was going to have, because obviously I did it as like a happy thing, you know, look, we did it, we got there, like amazing.
Right, on the spot then, come on, Team GP. We could do it, can't we? Can we bring that Olympic medal home?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have the squad that's capable of doing it. I think for me personally, after obviously the year that I had before, I go into everything now with no expectation. So I think for me personally, I'm just going in there to go and give everything, go and enjoy it. It's an Olympics, you know, and of course I want to win. But for me, I know how important it is just to focus on one game at a time and not to think about what's going to happen. We have to get out of the group first. So yeah, I mean, I think we definitely have the squad that's capable of doing it. But yeah, I think we have to be 110% every single game.
Love that. Is that something you've like implemented in your life now, just to take it sort of every day as it comes and not overthink things? Is that, how long has it taken you, I guess, to get to that stage as well?
Yeah, I think while I was ill, I took a lot of time actually to just reevaluate myself and reflect a lot on myself, and I did a lot of reading and, you know, people who have played in high profile sports and things like that. And yeah, I think before I put a lot of pressure on myself. Every time I was going out, I was, you know, putting pressure on to do something. You know, to do something that's going to create a goal or to score a goal. There was so much, I put pressure on myself to do that. And I think it took me a long time to realise, like, take that away and just go out and just enjoy it. Because that's when you play the best, you know, when I run around with a smile on my face and people can see that I'm happy, that's when I'm, you know, playing well. So it took a long time. It's not something that happens overnight, you know, there's always going to be pressures. But yeah, I think I had to learn that quite quickly.
All right, well, Fran, Simba, thank you so much for having us. Before we let you go, though, and we will let you go, we've just got a few questions from some fans at home.
Who's the one player you've never shared the pitch with that you would love to play alongside or even against?
Kelly Smith. Play with.
Play with, yeah?
Yeah.
I
played against her and it wasn't fun.
Nah, no chance.
Yeah, I would have loved to have a chance to have played alongside her and played with her.
Defo on it. You want her on your team, don't you?
Yeah,
100%.
What kept you motivated to get back on your feet despite the health setback you suffered?
Well, I think at the beginning there wasn't much motivation.
Right.
I just didn't want to play football at all at the beginning. But I think as I kind of got better, I think it was seeing my team do well. Actually, like, I think when they were doing well, I was jealous, you know, that they were achieving. Obviously, it was great because I was around everyone and I was still part of the group, but, you know, I was jealous of them doing well, but in a good way, not obviously in a bad way, because I wanted to be part of it. And I think after I saw, you know, what they have achieved, I was like, no, I want to come in and feel what they have been feeling all year.
Yeah. Fran, we call that FOMO.
Yeah, that's serious
major
FOMO.
Yeah.
FOMO,
Yeah. And final questions from the fans then. Which trophy that you've won in your career has meant the most?
I think this one, after this year, after the year that I've had, being able to lift this one with the team and play a big part in it, I think was really special. So for me personally, it would probably be this trophy.
Well, that's all we've got time for today, Fran. Thank you so much for having us once again. That's it for the season, guys. We'll hopefully see you again in a couple of months.
For now, though, we'll leave you with the story of the 2021 Barclays FA WSL season.
Fantastic to have the WSL back. Chelsea have a title to defend. And the cross wasn't bad either. That's a lovely Chelsea goal. And it's Sam Kerr.
Receives it back from Kerr. Oh, and that is, what a fantastic goal.
Kirby gets there first. There's a cross. There's the second. Who come out on top. They are going to take some shifting.
Absolutely beautiful.
Kirby in behind, the chance for the opening goal, no mistake. Can you believe it? That's another goal, and it is Fran Kirby with her fourth.
It's a lapse in the back from United, Kirby! And it's a really big 3 points.
Back for harder for two, what a goal. Sensational stuff.
The champions' fate in their own hands. And the header, it goes in!
But it finishes 2-2, and Emma Hayes thinks that's the point that will take them to the title. Not yet today.
And Kirby! Kerr! And it just gets better and better for Chelsea. Champions, it's back-to-back league titles for Emma Hayes' Chelsea. Serial winners, they are England's best again.